Howdy everybody, Texas Ryan here. Today, we are going to be starting my 2026 by uploading more, posting fun videos, doing things I'm passionate about. Starting with NFL Super Bowl prediction 2026. This is going to be Texas Ryan's official video. Let's see if I'm right. No scores are going to be guessed, but I will predict the entire playoffs. Let's see how right I am. If you got your prize picks, if you got your underdog, whatever you got, put it down on what I got now. I'm going to be throwing some numbers. I'm going to be throwing some names. Let's get started. I already got Denver up. They clinched their spot. Let's do the same thing with Seattle on the other side, actually. You see this high-level editing I got going on? All right, here we go. Buffalo taking on Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence going against Josh Allen. Trevor Lawrence played last game, exploded, got that grill. We all know what we're talking about. Official hood certified Trevor Lawrence. Josh Allen, explosive. I don't believe, no, he didn't play in his last game. Honestly, it might be weather dependent on Buffalo because, towards January and everything, it gets real cold. But Jacksonville's taking it. Let's keep it a buck. I think they're winning this game against Josh Allen. I'm going to keep it simple. I think Jacksonville has it. Maybe, let's just say, money line's going down. Am I wrong? Who knows? Actually, I know. I'm right. Here we go. Chargers, New England. Honestly, Drake, May, my MVP of the year, absolute dog. 14 wins. Nobody said they would do it. Absolutely blew expectations. The Chargers, on the other hand, a little bit on the opposite side. They haven't been too injury dependent like some other teams we're going to be talking about. But the Chargers, on the other hand, are a very, very good football team. Justin Herbert throws like 200 average. I'm taking Stephon Diggs on the over every single playoff game. We know what's happening here. New England's going to take this team. Now, my team, Texas Ryan taking on to Houston. Do we even got to talk about it? My two favorite teams in the league right now. Aaron Rodgers Express, once he's gone, probably won't like the Steelers as much. But damn, I love me some Aaron Rodgers. But is he going to get past the swarm that is the Houston Texans offense? Need I say more? We're going to the NFC. We got the Rams taking on Carolina. We got Bryce Young taking on Matthew Stafford, probably going to win the MVP. He's a big favorite right now. I think he has number one stats in passing. We're not even going to beat around the bush here. I think we know who we think is going to win this. Everybody, huge upset, but I just don't think they can do it. I did see the Rams lose to this exact team, but this is playoffs, so it's a little bit different implications. Matthew Stafford, I've been seeing his injury. This might be his last real good year to just absolutely win another. You know what I mean? But we'll see. Who do we got now? We got Green Bay taking on Chicago. One of my favorite games of the year, DJ Moore catching the ball, putting the cheese grater on. Absolute peak cinema. But are they going to double back against Green Bay? Honestly, probably. I'm going to take my guess here before I cut myself off. Maybe if Green Bay had Micah Parsons and everybody on their team, I would feel more open to giving Green Bay a clear shot in my mind. But it would just be a shock to me if they can win here because Chicago's looked good. They're coached very, very well. They're going to be a menace coming up. Ben Johnson is coaching the hell out of those dogs. I like what I see from them. Caleb Williams paints his nails. He wipes from the front. We're going to San Francisco. Philly. So this game is played in Philadelphia in January, so there's going to be a chance Brock Purdy gets a little bit cold. Now, Brock Purdy has been playing his absolute guts off. Besides last game, 300, a little less, 300, a little less. We got repeat 300 passing yard touchdowns here, and Philly's been giving up so many passing yards, so many rushing yards. They've been just having absolute shootouts. And, that's not the Philly we're used to. This is 6 losses. We haven't seen this in a minute. If this is any year that Philadelphia is going to take a first-year loss or first round, it's going to be this year. Yeah, I just did that, y'all. Put your money line down. Now it gets interesting. Here we go. This is the part where we start theory crafting. Things get a little bit more different. So we got Denver taking on Jacksonville. This is a really tight game. These next ones, we're going to be yapping a little bit, might get into a yap sesh. So, I don't know. I'm not really a huge fan of how Denver wins their games. They don't win by a lot. They don't have the firepower. I think they're one of the smallest teams when it comes to big plays. They have the fewest big plays in the entire league. Jacksonville on the other hand, is that team to win it. They're super hot. They're super fun to watch. Everybody likes to watch them, including me, but they don't have that manpower. They do have some very good young athletes and everything, but we've seen Trevor Lawrence absolutely just ruin his chances. Denver, after a long break, clinching their playoff position, coming back in the cold, and it's going to be home, so Trevor Lawrence is going to have to play in the cold. Do I predict a huge upset in Denver? I'm going to say it. I'm gonna be the first one to say it. Maybe a hot take. This is my prediction for the year. Let's get moving. We got to break some hearts. All right, so now we got Drake May going against, oh my God, CJ Stroud. So, some people might be wondering why I'm feeling like this. Well, CJ Stroud might just throw 3 picks this game and ruin it. He has some pretty good ball security, but man, his offense needs his help. And, if you got to start moving that ball, your ball security is going to get a little looser. If you get my drift. Oh, I'm a Texans fan. If we see this team, I could really see the Texans beating them with the defense. I'm not going to lie. Because New England has it. They got Stephon Diggs, absolute dog. But this is going to be New England's real defensive test. They've played a lot of very, very good teams, but they haven't had that big pressure. I've seen just quarterback pressure on Drake May, first playoff experience. I'm going to say he has a similar start to CJ Stroud, and they're going to compare him to him. It's not his first year, but you guys get what I'm saying. Once he gets his stride going, he wins one playoff game. He's great. Now he established himself, just like CJ Stroud did. Let's pray. Let's just move the whole thing while we're at it. Let's pray that CJ Stroud can do what I'm praying for. Am I a fan? Am I fangirling right now? Let me know in the comments. Now, next game we got Seahawks, Rams. The game everybody came to see. Last time this game happened, it was absolute cinema. But didn't it feel like the Seahawks slipped on by? When I watched Matthew Stafford play that game, he just gave it away. I think it was maybe 3 picks he threw. Absolute Gerbergers to the other team. Stevies, What are we doing? Sam Darnold has been absolute balling. I think Matthew Stafford is a great player. I like his team. Puka's a dog, but Jackson Smith is a dog. That's such a great matchup. Honestly, this has to be a shootout. Watch it be an absolute, everybody puts parlays on this game, money line, everything. Everybody goes up, and then it's a 3-6 game. And for that, I'm going to go Seahawks since they won it just like that last week or a couple weeks ago. Now we got a very interesting game. Chicago, San Fran. I'm a little hesitant before I immediately say I already have a team in mind. A lot of these teams I've had to think about it. I'm doing this on the fly, but man, if it's not obvious enough, I'm doing it on the fly. I just see Brock Purdy showing his experience now that he's been in that team. 49ers have been adversity. This isn't a bad year for the Bears. Their expectations were so much lower. No one thought they were going to make it. Personally, if any of these picks were going to be wrong just from hindsight, well, I don't have hindsight, but when you guys have it, when you watch it, I'm thinking maybe Green Bay wins this, but both of these teams are losing to San Fran. San Fran's making it. They're going to play the Seahawks. Now we got the Dirty South going against the Dirty West. We got Jacksonville going against Houston. Guys, I'm a Texans fan, and we have a shot this year. This is so hard to make an objective pick. When I think of these teams, every single time that I think Jacksonville, I always see the Texans win it. Look at the last couple of years. Texans always squeeze on by. Trevor Lawrence fails under pressure. Oh my God, did I just make this video to say my favorite team might make the Super Bowl? Shit! Damn, guys. I'm just going to leave it there. Sorry, y'all. This is what it became to. I didn't think this was going to happen, but looking at the branch and just... All right. Seahawks, San Fran. We got Brock Purdy taking on Sam Darnold. I'm going to keep this one short. If they make it, whatever team... One of these teams is going to smoke San Fran when they beat, Chicago or Green Bay, like I've said. So, man, this might be that one time where they just make it back. But, no... I can't. I just can't see myself. If these teams have an absolute slugfest and not just have a field goal fest, like I said, then it could be really interesting. San Fran is super well coached, but I just don't know with their super injured roster how like a Jackson Smith and Jigba is going to get locked up. And Sam Darnold, if he can just get on, that team is vicious. San Francisco has a defense that isn't as well as everybody thinks it is. It gives up some yards. Might throw something up on the screen, whatever. But here we go. Texans, Seahawks. Super Bowl. I would be literally pissing pants. Shitting pants. This is what would be happening. I would be going ape shit right now. But I'm not going to come here to say my team's going to win. I'm honestly going to take the high road. The Texans are winning the Super Bowl, baby! Woo! Let's go, CJ Stroud!